Hello, 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 hello. Okay, hopefully this is working. Frickin' DJI, the stupid, my little box for charging my mics decided to not charge my mics, even though it's fully charged. So this mic will probably die, and when it does, hopefully this one's charged by then. So the usual. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? How y'all doing? How's everyone doing? We've got turn this light camera on. I gotta get this off the desk. Gotta make some room because we're gonna be doing some stealth changer firmware shenanigans. I've got the Raspberry Pi OS properly installed on a new SD card, so we should be good there. So today, we had to put the dog down yesterday. So I'm not exactly in the most peppy mood, which is probably a great time to do firmware shit. So that's what we're doing today. Yeah. So I'm not trying to make a big thing out of it. He's been sick for a while and he hasn't been on stream much for a while, but it was time. It was time. He had nothing by itself, but he was like 14 years old and he had a lot of issues that each on their own probably weren't that bad, but just compounded. So it was like, it was time. It was time. He made it 14 years for a 115-pound German Shepherd ain't bad. Let's be honest. So, yeah. So that was yesterday. That was yesterday. So we're doing a bit better today. Let the little guy have a day off school and whatnot. So, so it you know, circle of life and all that shit. So yeah, that's not what the stream is about today, but I do know people in the community have been wanting to know how he's doing and checking in every now and then, and I figure I'd let you know, but not trying to make that like the point of the stream today. I'm just kind of letting you know that that's what happened, so you know, don't expect him to see him on stream in the future. But yeah. To the kiddos. Yeah, luckily the little guy handled it pretty well. My wife's a mess, but that's kind of be to expect. It's her dog. I was okay until she fell apart, and then I kind of fell apart. So it is what it is. You know, anyone who's had a dog knows what it is like, and if you haven't experienced it yet, you will. It sucks, and it is what it is. So let's segue out of this because I don't want it to be a depressing stream today. Let's see. Okay. Tinkering with Helix Screen here. It's a lot bigger. You know what? Is Helix Screen part of Kiao? Is Helix Screen part of Kiao? Because we got to go through the Kiao process. So today, just so you know, today's stream is going to be straight up mulligan. We're just putting Klipper on a machine, and we're going to faff around with some firmware. We're not doing anything too intensive today. It's it's just I had half a mind to not even go live, but you know it is the job. It is what it is. YouTube doesn't cover sick leave, so you know. You kind of have to show up to get paid with YouTube. So I guess we'll do the usual spiel. Hey, you want to win some spool filament from Polymaker? Actually, I think, does Polymaker have a sale on right now? Polymaker. Does Polymaker have a sale on right now? I thought they had a sale on. Or was that just yesterday for their shop? Was that yesterday they had it? They had like a May... where is it? Yeah, so Polymaker does have a sale on right now, but it's just their bundle sale. So if you are interested in stocking up on filament right now, check out Polymaker right now. I do have a link below. It is an affiliate link. It will help support the channel. Save 15% when you buy 5+ spools. If you buy 10+ spools, you save 25%. So check that out. I guess it's under Galactic Deals. That's the deal. It's the Galactic Bundle. So check that out. Best way to remove a bed heater. Like, are you talking, do you need to salvage the bed heater? If you don't need to salvage the bed heater, and the heater's still functional, and you have some gloves that resist heat, you could heat it up to like hot, like 110, 120, and then peel it off. The glue will weaken when it's hot. And then to get the glue off, dishwashing pod. Go get one of those little dishwasher pods, not the Tide pods, we're not eating those. Dissolve that in a pan of warm water, put your bed in that, let it soak overnight, it'll just dissolve the adhesives. But that you can only do if you're willing to, you know, remove everything off the bed. If you need to salvage the bed, like for example, you need to take the magnet off, but you want to leave the heater on, or you want to leave the magnet on and take the heater off, the whole heating it up and peeling it off, and then you're gonna have to use like topical dissolvents to clean the bed. To remove the remaining adhesive. You can't do the easy trick, unfortunately. By the way, I love this printer. I printed this stealth printer front face. I have to do a little tweaking with the profile because it's kind of like, you could see how it's doing these like over extruded layers on the short layers there on this side. So it's something with the slicer settings because it might be a pressure advance I have to tune. But on the side where it starts, that is clean. That is clean. And then if you're wondering how the little bunny turned out, here's our little mesh bunny. I did print the eyes in black ABS on the Prusa just because I already had it loaded, but the blue is all printed on the Micron. And then I just acetone welded them together. So I am really happy with this printer. This printer turned out really good. Like, this printer prints really good. So if I need to bring a printer to a show in the future, this will be that printer. Also, it has handles. A printer having handles is the equivalent of when a woman shows you a skirt. She shows up wearing a skirt and she's all proud because it has pocketses. Ask, at least according to my wife, like anytime a woman finds a skirt or like a fancy dress and it has pocketses, it's the best thing in the world, apparently. Also, why is there a cabal against women's clothes having pockets? Why is that a thing? I like pockets. Bring me back my late 90s Jinko jeans where I could fit a whole iPad in my pockets if I really wanted to. Okay, let's get the big guy out. I forgot how big this is. I forgot how big this guy is. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's a lot of weight in this printer. There's a lot of weight in this printer. Oh, we gotta tilt over. Okay. So, if you want to know why it didn't work last time, flashing everything, it's because the we're gonna have to do speed reloads. We're gonna have to reload several times in this stream. But yeah, when you go into women's clothes, there should be a section care, not care. In the not care section, it's the same clothes, only they have pockets. So if you care about the sight lines, then there you go. Okay, you're all zip tied in, so none of you should fall. So tilt this over. And then take out the bad SD card, which I think I already took out. Yeah. take the good SD card, put this in. There we go. And then flip it up and do some configuration shit. Do some configuration. Actually, let me put a little zip tie on this. Put a little zip tie on this just so we don't have this hanging down. Everyone have a good weekend? Everyone have a good weekend? Hope you all had a good weekend. Why no flash? What do you mean flash? Oh, why didn't it flash? I don't know. It's just a bad SD card. It just, we flashed it last stream and then we turned it on. Like we plugged it in, we turned it on and nothing connected to anything and nothing booted up or anything. And then what ended up happening was I pulled the SD card and plugged in my computer, had nothing on it. So it just didn't flash properly. So I yeeted that SD card. So I bought a new one, or I found a new one from a kit that I hadn't used and put that in. So hopefully this time it boots up. I think the screen's actually on. So there we go. Turn it on. So here we go again. Let's hopefully it boots up this time. Decided to try Gamer Subs. It sucks. Didn't do it a few years ago when it had free shipping. You don't like Gamer Subs? Oh well. I mean, it depends on the flavors you get and what you're looking to get out of it. I like Gamer Subs because I use it so I don't drink a lot of pop or energy. Actually, the big thing is energy drinks. I used to drink I used to buy White Monster by the cases. Yeah, I drank the Boomer Monster. So I drink this stuff instead. So I do believe there is something we have to do with this SD card, or with the screen. Something to do with the BTT TFT 5-inch to get it work over a CSI. But that will be something after. Why can't I pull up my router? Advanced, proceed. There we go. I updated my router. Uh-oh. Really? You don't remember the password? Where's passwords? Copy, paste, login. There we go. Okay. Spruce Mark IV, Merciful Bobcat, site, LDO, that. Okay. So we are waiting for this to pop on the network. Hopefully it works this time. Hopefully it works this time. It should work. It's a properly flashed SD card. What's wrong with the White Monster? Cost and, I don't know, cost. It's a lot cheaper for me to buy Gamer Subs. That's why I started buying Gamer Subs and then they sponsored me. So now they send me free stuff. But if you want some Gamer stuff, Gamer Subs, use code Canuck, save some money. I don't know if they still have the free shipping on right now. But they do like to do pretty regular, somewhat sales. I mean, the code Canuck saves you money right off the bat. So, yeah, I don't think they have an actual big sale on right now. So you just save 10% with the code. Had normal flavor, so I didn't have to guess. I do believe there is a chart or something on the site that does have, like, if you want a good flavor that's a go-to right now, I'm drinking BBL, which is blueberry lemon. It's really good. Also, I'm a big fan of Shy Lily's Blowhole Blast, or my go-to is like Pay Money Wubby's Brand Risk, which is like a peach something. Oop. I see pie. I see pie. Now we wait for it to load up. Table of flavors on Reddit. There you go. Yeah, they have meme names for the flavors, but it's a pretty, like, it's the memes. It's for the proverbial lulz, as the kiddies would say. Also, I did ask Steve if I had permission to start building R2 Trident early, and I have to wait on release like the rest of you guys. So, no special Voron team privilege for me for building R2 Trident early. I tried. Because I wanted to start building it. I wanted to start building it, dang it. Okay. There's our IP address. Okay. Let me just double check, make sure. A good way to test is after you find the IP address, throw it in your browser and try and load it. Nothing should load. If mainsail loads up, you got the wrong pie. It's always a good idea. Don't do what I did once and reflash a board, an Arduino board, because you had multiple plugged in the computer and you picked the wrong one. Because the one you plugged in turned out to not pop up, and the one that you had plugged in already was your DIY Stream Deck, and you reflashed it, so you had to set it all up again because you flashed the wrong Arduino. So always make sure you're flashing the right thing. Always make sure you're flashing the right thing. And we're in. This program included with Debian or free software. Okay, cool. This seems really slow. I mean, it's first boot up, so if I remember correctly, you should boot it up and then you should restart it, then you should do it. So we might do that. It sucks. Oh, you missed the free shipping. Ah. Why is this so slow? Also, did you guys see? Here, let me pull it up here. Let me pull it up here. Let me pull it up here. Louis Rossman has another video about Bamboo doing shady shit. Oh shit, here we go again. So there's 120,000 views on a video about Bamboo being shenanigans. They apparently sent a cease and desist to a guy trying to do an open source mod or add-on or whatever for Orca Slicer so that you can interface with Bamboo Studio or interface with the printers over the network. And Bamboo did the whole, oh, you're violating the law. And they're not. They're not. But nobody, like, if you're just a free time open source dev, you don't want to deal with the bullshit, so you just kind of, okay, whatever, fine, fuck it. But I guess Louis Rossman's willing to pay any lawyer fees, so have at her. Have at her. And then, yeah, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay, let's do Kiao. Let's do Kiao. We always set up Kiao from scratch. And also, should I put Calico on this? Should I put Calico on this for Stealth Changer? Is there an advantage to doing Calico with Stealth Changer? No? No? Okay, we'll stick with stock Klipper then. I mean, let's be honest. I know Calico. You know what? We'll do normal Klipper on this. We'll do Calico on the index when we do the index build, because index does benefit from Calico apparently. So we'll just stay with normal Klipper. So we're doing our update script and all that. One command install. Okay, so we'll do Helix Screen instead of Klipper Screen on this guy. So that should be fun. Just need to make sure this screen is actually on so that I can verify that. Yeah, the screen's on. Yeah, the screen's on, it's just not responding, so there's some setup I have to do with that. So what's everyone up to? Don't forget, you can install, or correction, if you want to win a spool of Polymaker filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance, scroll down, enter there. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Oh man, this is slow. Why is this so slow? There we go. Fighting Nighthawk, time to close. Close, go where? Everything is slow today. I know, it's like, what's going on? Okay. Maybe oh, you know what? Here, I'll get Kiao installed, and then I'm gonna restart the printer. Just because it is a first boot up, and I know when it's a first boot up, it has to like unpackage a bunch of shit. So maybe we're hogging RAM or something. So we'll get it set up, and then I'll do a reboot, then we'll do it. The screen being black. Apparently the Big Tree Tech BT5 or whatever screen this is, I have to set it up. I have to do like an additional step or something to get it to work. So yeah. Sudo reboot. Sudo shutdown. Oh, okay. I think it rebooted. Yeah, there we go. So let me double check. What screen do we have in here? So the screen in here is a Big Tree Tech Pi TFT50. BTT Pi TFT50. And apparently there's like something I gotta set up to have it work over CSI. So let's log back in. SSH Pi that. Backlight can be adjusted with that. Onboard that. Screen parameters. Is that it? Could have sworn there was, I don't know if I got V1 or V2. Probably V1, considering how old this is. It doesn't say V1 or V2. I think it's just V1. No, that's it. TFT 50. Did I put oil in my beard? I think I forgot to put oil in my beard. My beard feels weird. Oh, that ain't it. Somebody was saying there's like a command line thing I have to do to make it work. Yeah, so the screen looks like this. It is version 2. So we've installed that. Put in the Pi. Okay, here we go. Software. That's Klipper screen. Oh, here we go. This enables, okay, so we need to edit this. That's what it is. It's something in here. So we'll go in here. Sudo boot tig. Very. And change, oop. Do not edit this file. Oh, boot firmware config.txt. Okay. Boot firmware config. Copy. Boot firmware. There we go. Okay. So we need to find enable DRM. This to this. So from KMS to that. Note, if the image in the screen is upside down, you can move or change the rotation by small switches on the bottom of the display. Okay, so Control X, save, enter, sudo reboot now. There we go. So now, that screen should do shit when it turns on, hopefully. Like, the screen's on. We're down at the bottom. I got a dial. Oh, there. Oh, you know, it helps if you turn the contrast up so that the screen's actually bright. There we go. There was a dial. All right, so we're in the Pi. Pi at Pi. Okay, so now Kiao is installed, so we should be able to run Kiao. There we go. Install. Klipper. Yes, one instance of Klipper. Example config. Yes. Off it goes. So now that does that thing, and it's in the right orientation. I know, it's a gosh damn miracle. It also was already set up before, so it was just kind of like, I didn't play with anything, so it should still be set up correctly, hopefully, because it's a switch. So now we wait for it to update files. So much fun. Clone successful. Okay. Sudo password for Pi. Raspberry. Oh. Raspberry. There we go. Balin V with 2,000 Hungarian Universal Funnies, I think. No crimping today? If all goes well, no crimping today. If all goes well, no crimping today. Does the touch work? It should. If what I did now is the same thing I did before, touch will work, because it worked before. So. But we are going to put Helix Screen on this instead of Klipper Screen. So that should be fun. And then I don't know where this printer is going to live. Because the original idea was that this printer would live on the shelf, which I could probably do that. But then I need to figure out where I'm going to put the index. Because it might be able to fit on one of these shelves. You know what? The index might fit on this top shelf. No, because the index is going to have a top hat on it. Fuck. So I can't put it on a shelf. It's got a top hat. I can move. I mean, it's not like I need the top hat to actually do top hat stuff. Once it's built, the top hat, you can just leave it closed. Maybe I can get it on a shelf. Maybe. And then I can move, I can get rid of this VZ bot here, move that somewhere else and put it here. Maybe. Or the magneto, get rid of the magneto and replace it. Put one of the printers under here. The problem is any printer that lives under here gets covered in spider webs. Index deserves to be. I know, but the problem is we have this guy. And the problem with this guy is I need the vertical space because I need the box on top of it. And unlike the original plan, which was, oh, I'll just put it separate, because of the Bowden tubes, if I move the Bowden tubes from off the top, or if I move the VVD from off the top of the printer, it's going to take up even more room. and or not more room, the reloads will take much longer because it's got to do more traveling. So it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't with this thing. Anything with the Magneto or the VZ? The Magneto, I might strip it for parts. I don't know. The VZ bot is missing. It needs a bed probe and a new Raspberry Pi because I stole the Pi out of it a while ago. Because I haven't been using it. I haven't needed it. That's the thing. My Vorons and my Prusa has printed the stuff I needed it to print better, and I don't need the height. The VZ bot was nice for the 400 millimeters of Z, but now I have the Venture XL that does 600. So that took over my big print stuff. It is taking its time unpacking this shit. I think there's something up with GitHub. Every time I've done a Kiao build lately, it has been just dog slow. I blame the government. It's always the government. Apparently they're after our cars now. That's the new drama. Seen like several YouTubers making videos about it. I'm like, I thought they already could do that. Finally catch up on the series. Curious on your thoughts on the Snapmaker U1. I don't have one personally, so I can't give you my personal experience with the Snapmaker U1, but I feel sorry for anyone who bought a Bamboo with an AMS to do multicolor prints when the Snapmaker U1 exists. Which government? It's not anyone's government. There's the government, but it's not the government, it's the government. They're the ones doing it all. It's not the government. It's the government. They're the ones doing it all. Discord about GitHub. Is GitHub seriously just being junk lately? Oh. GitHub might be in trouble. Oh no, this is uptime. Uptime, 88%, 84% uptime. That seems horrible. That seems horrible. 84% uptime? Something mom joke about uptime or downtime. I don't know. That seems horrible. 85%. Isn't it owned by Microsoft too? Is it like GitHub like one of the like mainstays of the internet or something? With the gun, what's a gum fruit? Yeah, it's been owned by Microsoft for a while though. Hasn't it? I know it was started by Linux, right? By Linus, didn't he start it? Not LMG Linus, the other Linus. Because like normally we're still installing Klipper. Normally this is like a 2-minute thing, and it is just taking its time. Microsoft is why it has 88%. True. Someone using AI to write updates. I heard that's a big thing. A lot of like open source software projects have basically like shut down people submitting PRs because they're getting so many PRs that are like somebody who has never coded before just like went to the bug list, grabbed the bug, told an AI to fix the bug and submitted it as the PR. Like, oh, I fixed your bug. It's like, you didn't fix the bug. You just asked a clanker to spew out some code that might fix it, but you haven't tested anything and you don't know why it does anything or why the bug exists in the first place or how this solves it, because you're not a coding person. You're just trusting the clanker, and all of a sudden it's like they're just getting inundated by slop, and they're like, nope, we're not taking PRs anymore from anyone who like has made an account since AI existed. Which I don't blame them. The amount of like trouble the Voron help team guys get from like people coming into a help ticket like, yeah, my printer's all screwed up. I set it up using Chat GPT to guide me through the setup process of Klipper. Now it's not working, and everyone's like, apparently it's a lot better now than it used to be. But oh my God, when people first started trusting Chat GPT for problems with Klipper, it was not good. It was a gong show. Also, this is something if you didn't find out. So, if you didn't see this, Infinimech, which is like Flying Bear, I don't know who they're part of. They're straight up cloning. They're trying to clone the, they haven't made any hardware, it's all just models. But they're straight up cloning the index system. So don't support this shit. This is why I hate Kickstarter, for even like the fact Kickstarter allows this shit. But, Joe popped in with some interesting glimpses of behind the curtain. So Creality is going IPO, so you'll be able to, like, they're going public. But basically, like, what was it, Formnext last year was saying some Chinese founder was bragging that his factory or land are free from the government. So all you have to do is steal an idea, say you're going to do it, and the government sets you up for free. So you don't have to deal with the costs associated with the whole founding of the company like we have to. And this was another one. Apparently they caught some guys in the locked room from China. Like at Formnext, they had the Core 1 with the index in a locked room. And some guys snuck in the room and they got caught at Formnext. So, just a little shady. Just a little corporate espionage. The Linux kernel put in a reasonable set of AI rules. You use AI tools to assist. You must declare in the commit. Yeah, like it's AI is just essentially predictive text. That's essentially what LLMs are, predictive text. So it's quite simple if it's predictive text. If it's really good predictive text and it can help you speed up coding, why not use it? The thing is though, you have to have some sort of inherent knowledge to know what it's predicting text-wise is valid and useful. Because there's been like a few horror stories where somebody's like, I've been using this program that I made for a year now. The problem is it's all spaghetti code because I just keep asking, you know, ChatGPT or Claude or whatever to keep adding to it. And I have this amazing program that works great and it's awesome and I'm gonna sell it and it's gonna be awesome. The problem is I don't know how any of it works and it's a giant mess of like else if statements and giant spaghetti codes and folders referencing folders and I don't know what any of it does. And I hired somebody to go through it to try and clean it up and they don't even know what the hell it's doing. And it's like, oh God, 5 years from now, I feel sorry for anyone 5 years from now that has to go through like anything vibe coded today and like update it. It's like, oh God. Still unpacking. Damn, it's taking a while. Has gone to shit because the devs started using AI for coding. Yeah. I miss the Fox, $2. Cheers and appreciated. Voron help team doesn't get enough love. Those guys are awesome. I do YouTube videos. I started doing the reason I started doing YouTube videos is because after answering the same questions over and over again in the Voron Discord, and this is back in like 2020 or 2019, 2018 before it got busy. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Instead of answering the same questions over and over, I'm just going to make videos explaining it. God. You know what's taking so long? It's the damn libs. It's the lib new lib arm. It's the libs. It's the damn libs. They're taking forever. They're slowing the stream down. Those damn libs. Oh well. Buy Prusa over Bamboo. The thing is, though, I'm just going to go straight out and say it. It's all about price. For so many people, it boils down to price. Simple as that. You could buy a Prusa Core 1L for damn near $2,000. Probably over $2,000 now once you factor in taxes, duty, shipping, and all that jazz. Or you could just go get a Bamboo Slop Generator 9000 down at your Micro Center for frickin' $600. Like, for so many people, it just boils down straight up to price. So many people, it's just price only. It is what it is. Especially if you're buying a printer just because you kind of had the random impulse buy to buy a printer because you saw a TikTok of somebody making something and you're like, I want to make that too. So you just kind of impulse buy a printer with minimal research and you just buy the printer that the same creator is telling you to buy with their affiliate link. Yeah. Claude Code is amazing. Don't be... I've heard good things about Claude Code. Oh no, I know people that use Claude Code. It's just kind of like you're trusting it. You have a whole group of people now using it that don't really know the fundamentals of coding, and they're relying on it, and AIs hallucinate. There is no way to guarantee that what an AI puts out works, or is truthful, or is valid. And with coding, you just end up with like a lot of like, every time you ask it a question, it approaches it differently, right? You get 100 people that ask an AI the same question, you're going to get 100 slightly different answers. So. Plus, it is getting better. It is getting better. Like Joel just put out, let me see if I can find it here. Joel put out a game that he made, and I played it at Rocky Mountain. He made a game on his phone, or he made a phone game. Let me see if I can find it here. Let me see if I could find it. And he vibe coded the whole thing. He vibe coded the whole thing. Where is it? Is it on his 3D Printing Nerd page? April 7th. Where is it? Did he talk about it on his Twitter? Where is it? I don't know where it is. Yeah, this. So he made a game called Solved. All these images are generated in AI. Everything in this is created using LLM. Like all these images, they're all created with LLM. The game itself was created with vibe coding. But it's a fun game. It's like a mixture. It's like a mix of a Sudoku crossword math puzzle game. And it's really fun. I played it. He gave me his phone. I played it. And he was working on it. I was talking to him in the lounge at the airport. He was just working on it on his computer. And I'm like, this is really cool. And the thing is smart. He's giving it away for free. Because the problem is, if you vibe code something, you can't sell it. Because why would I buy your product if you vibe coded it? I can just ask my LLM to vibe code me the same app. Like if you could vibe code it, anyone could vibe code it. So, yeah. Are we programming now? No, Crow. It's taking bloody forever to get Kiao installed and Klipper Klipper installed on this printer. So we are I'm trying to fill the air. So yeah, I'm not exactly stalling, but I'm stalling. Because it's taken frickin' forever. It's got a new SD card in it, and it is a Pi 4, so it's got the power. Just might be done. No, it's still unpacking. Still unpacking. And for those that are like, why aren't you using the pre-made image? Well, because there was a chance we were going to put Calico on it, and we're also using Helix Screen, not Klipper Screen. So we're going to be setting it up a little bit different compared to normal. So that's why we're going through Kiao, so we can only install the things we need installed. Because we're going to be playing with Helix Screen instead of Klipper Screen on this. So. Does Calico work with tool changers? Calico is recommended for index. From my understanding, index Calico has some extra features that Bondtech really likes with the index that they use with the index system. So like Steve's printer at Rocky Mountain had Calico on it, and we will do that. But for Stealth Changer, we'll just go baseline Klipper. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple, considering how long it's taken to do this. So, can you explain the difference in Stealth Changer versus IDEX and why to do one or the other? I mean, it's quite simple. One is a full-on tool changer. You have four or as many tools as can fit. In this case, we built it with 4 completely independent tools. Okay, so downsides: cost. 4 extruders, 4 hot ends, 4 controller boards, 4 sets of PTFE, 4 sets of umbilical wire, 4 nozzles, 4 of every tool head, plus the dock. So it's more expensive. But also they're larger, so you can't fit as many tools. Okay, if this was an index, we could probably fit 8 tools right here. We only got 4, maybe 5. We probably could have fit 5, but I stole some parts from it, so we only did 4. But you have some advantages. One, these have Luke's Lab chibi tubes in them. These have tube compacts in them. Each one of these tool heads is doing 80 millimeters of flow if I wanted to. And I can use any V6 nozzle. And I could have put any extruder on this. So if I wanted a tool that is just going to do nothing but print super abrasive materials, I can put an extruder on with hardened gears, put a hot end in it that's better suited for printing really abrasive materials with a diamondback nozzle. Or, hey, the tool 4 is going to print flexibles all the time. Well, let's use an extruder that's designed specifically for flexibles and some other stuff. Like, you have a lot more customizability options with dedicated tool changing. Okay. Also, you have a little bit more, they are technically a little bit faster. Motion system aside, because this is a stealth changer, so you got to go all the way up and down, but motion system aside, each one of these tools has power to it. That means when I dock the tool, I can tell it to keep a temperature higher, just below oozing temp. So say we're printing PLA, I could tell the nozzles, oh, just go down to 175 and hold it. Cold enough that you're not going to ooze, but still, you know, I don't have to heat you up from room temperature if it's been a while since I used that filament. And you can also tell it to preheat and do a bunch of other cool stuff. So there are some still advantages to doing a proper, true tool changer compared to index. The advantage with index, cost, complexity. Okay, cost. The tool head is $350. That has your extruder in it. You only need the one extruder. You only need the one controller board. You only need the one mount for the tool head itself. And then the tools themselves, 35 bucks a pop. You can buy as many tools as you want. You can fit, they take up less room. Now, the downside is the tools only heat up to 300. Okay, they are inductively heated. They use an IR thermometer. So the tools themselves have no electronics in it, which means they're cheaper to make, but they only go up to 300 degrees, and that's all they're rated for. Could they go higher? I don't know, but that's what they're rated to. Beyond 300, maybe the inductive heater doesn't work as good or isn't as accurate. Maybe the IR thermistor doesn't work as good or isn't accurate above 300. Maybe it's because the silicone socks degrade. I don't know, but they only rate it to 300. Also, the flow rate, you're going to get what you get. They say it's good for about a peak of 40. It can do bursts higher, but they say 40 is about the max for a continuous flow rate. Is it still going? Oh, we're still processing triggers. And it's more compact, so you can fit a lot more tools. So it's a much simpler system. You only need to set up one tool head. We have to set up 4 different tool heads today. So, and you don't have to build 4 separate tool heads. You buy the tool head, you put it on the tool, you buy the tools, you put them in the docks. You're done. Connect them with a Bowden tube and call it a day. So, there are still advantages to true dedicated tool head systems. Okay, especially if you want to use like the Prusa XL, where they're going to have a silicone tool, so you can print with 2-part silicone, make flexibles like super flexible stuff out of silicone, and who knows what pick and place tool heads or whatever. You have less options to do that kind of funky shit with index. But if all you care about is printing your normal materials, PLA, PETG, ABS, ASA, polycarbonates, nylons, TPU, it could do TPU. So you have that advantage over MMS systems. You can do flexibles, no problem. As long as you're printing normal filaments within normal temperature ranges, the index for the majority of people probably make more sense than a dedicated tool changing system. So index can get the nozzle red hot. Just because it can get it hot doesn't mean it can stably get it hot. And plus, that's called a runaway, and that's bad. So. Oh my God, this is taking forever. IR was the limit. Yep. The infrared is, that's probably what I figure is the infrared temperature reading. So if they wanted to get hotter, they would have to use a system that measures temperature on the tool itself using some sort of, you probably couldn't rely on a contact probe. Like you couldn't rely on a probe in the tool head that makes contact and gives you consistent readings. You would have to have something embedded in the tool itself, which would add cost and complexity because now you have tools that have electronics in it, which we try to avoid. With offset, Steve was fixing the XY offset and realized, yeah, because Sam, that's how it grips the tool. The gears grip the filament, which orientates part of it, like part of the way it holds the tool. Not 100%. I do believe there is other locking, but the biggest way that it grabs the tool is it grabs the filament, so that will affect it. So then why they on index didn't put heaters on every nozzle and put wire to bone tube? Because that adds a lot of cost and complexity to the system. It adds a lot of cost and complexity because now each tool needs to have a heater in it. Each tool needs to be heavier now, so you have more metal in each tool. So because they now need to preheat, now you have all this exposed, like it just makes it a lot more complex. It makes it a lot more complex and less efficient. To have every tool now has wires that can fail. Every tool has a thermistor that can fail. Every tool has a heater that could fail. Every tool now has to have all this independent extra equipment tied to it. Now you need to run cables. Now you need to hook up all those cables. So if you have a system like a Voron that you're putting it on, how many thermistor ports do you have? How many heater ports do you have? Because now you need to be able to run all those heaters independently. Also, you're probably going to need a breakout board for that. Also, is the power supply rated to handle that? A lot of commercial printers or a lot of printer kits, this only has 200 watts of 24 volt. Is that enough to heat up all those heaters if they want, were to trip all at once? Like, you add a lot of cost and complexity to what? Oh, now we could print at 330 instead of 300. Something the majority of people don't need. There is a rumor of a high temp index for industry, but nothing confirmed. Yeah, like, it's still going. Oh, I think, are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Attention, your current user is not in group, TTY. Add user pi to group, yes. Did it install a whole bunch of extra stuff? Python, yeah, so it was installing Python and everything. Could the index be priced higher than expected? I mean, I don't know. Prusa. Well, here's the thing. When you're buying the kit through Prusa, something to keep in mind, Bondtech has their share of overhead. So the cost to develop the index system, the tooling, the manufacturing, the raw material, paying the workers, that kind of thing. So Bondtech has their overhead margin. And now you're buying it through Prusa, who had to go through the process of figuring out how to put it on the Core 1s, how to do all the setup for it, how to mount it, all the extra tooling that they need because they have extra parts as well. They have an extra PCB, they have extra mounts, they have extra brackets, they have all that. So, and then they have their markup. So when you buy it from Prusa, you're also paying their margins as well and their extra R&D because there is more parts to it. If you buy it directly from Bondtech, you get the tool head, you get the tools. You got to figure out the mounting yourself. Okay, if you buy it from Prusa, it comes with everything you need to mount it on the Core 1s along with everything pre-set up software-wise. So, okay, so we have Klipper installed. Let's install Moonraker. Yes. Plus, tariffs. So for anyone in America, you got to deal with what your government's doing. It is what it is. So, just kind of adding more to the, yeah. I think it went from 250 to 350 with the tool head. Right now it's 350, I believe. And I think they just announced this morning that they had a minor delay due to like something they discovered last minute they have to rectify. So they want to fix it before they ship. So that if it sounds like they want to fix it before it ships because they don't want to ship it and then fix it after when it's in your hand, it sounds like something hopefully not major. But again, it's like with how effed global supply chains are right now and how inconsistent everything is, it does not surprise me when something's delayed or a price goes up. It sucks, but you know they're not doing it on purpose. They're not the ones to be angry at when the price goes up or delays happen. Because believe me, they want to sell their product. Companies want to make money. They can't make money until they sell their product. So they want to sell their product. Prusa tells you about the tariffs up front, Bondtech doesn't. Well, you should assume the tariffs are there. If you're an American buying anything foreign, just assume there's tariffs now. Because everything is tariffs, apparently. I wake up some mornings and my country has a 50% tariff, and some days it's a 10%. I don't even know anymore. I don't even care anymore. We stopped keeping track of it because it flip-flops every 2 weeks. So, yeah. But also, Prusa's selling several $1,000 printers. Bondtech's selling like hot ends and extruders. So the tariffs are a lot less. Plus, I still think some of the stuff they sell within a price point falls under untariffable. I don't know what the de minimis exemption is for European goods. I know China, I think it went away, but I don't know what it went for Europe. So. The Tube Compact. Yeah, Tom, it's a production thing. You got to remember, Luke's Lab manufactures everything in-house. And he's also I think he's being slammed with like pica orders, the pica, that hot end. So the machines can only like make one thing at a time. So it's like, make a bunch of these, then make a bunch of these, then make a bunch of these. And it is what it is. He's got a production bottleneck, last I talked to him. So believe me, they want to be making them. But they literally have a production bottleneck. Needs more machines. But to get more machines, he's got to sell more products. But to sell more products, you need to make more products. It's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. And it doesn't help, you know, aluminum and copper and all those wonderful raw materials our hot ends are made out of. All the prices for the raw material went up. So it just sucks. It just sucks. It's why we can't have nice things. I should have set up a printer to print so we had something to watch. Then again, I had half a mind to not stream today, so because not exactly in the chipperest mood today. First YouTube Live. Hello there. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell. And if you want to help support the channel, content I create, things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. But what you should do, scroll down, enter for your chance to win some polymaker filament. We're going to do a giveaway at the end of stream. So it is just taking its sweet time to put Klipper on this today. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The last several times we've done the Kiao setup, it's just dog slow. Just dog slow. Like, I have gigabit internet and it's downloading packages at like 60 kilobytes a second. I have gigabit. I have 1 gig and it's downloading packages at 60 kilobytes a second. It's a brand new SD card. It's a brand new SD card. So. Wi-Fi issues. It's a Ubiquiti Wi-Fi router literally 10 feet from me. Straight, not even 10 feet, like 6 feet, straight line. No, believe it's not the Wi-Fi. It's not the Wi-Fi. It's just GitHub is just slow. Share a USB bus or something? Maybe, I don't know. Somebody was suggesting I should install it on USB thumb drives instead of the SD cards, and I was like, yeah. And then I went online to look up the price of buying a pack of USB thumb drives off Amazon, and they're like, price has gone up. I don't like it. I don't want to drop like 80 bucks for 4 thumb drives. And before you link me stuff, I'm in Canada, so if you're gonna link me stuff, Amazon.ca. Yeah, GitHub's under. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier in the stream. Oh, we're downloading at 3.7 megabytes a second now. But it's stalled at 2.3 out of 2.4 megabytes. Ugh. I mean, at least you got a pretty printer to stare at now. Let me organize these stupid cables. Are not going to be better. You would use an SSD. Honestly, I really hope. So the problem is, Raspberry Pis are not worth it anymore. Raspberry Pis are too damn expensive. I'm sorry, but like, yes, I know RAM prices have gone up. Yes, I know that. Okay, I fully understand that RAM prices have gone up quite a bit in price. However, Raspberry Foundation, you're still trying to get people to buy these things that have frickin' Broadcom processors from like 2020 in them. So yes, the price of the RAM has gone up, and I understand I'm paying more for the RAM. But, you know, it wouldn't be so bad if the actual CPU was decent. Because now I can buy an N150 or an N100 Intel-based microcomputer for damn near the same price as a Pi that has damn near the same amount of RAM for almost the same price. So why am I buying this like neutered low-power device if a proper device is the same price nowadays? Like, eBay, $115 Canadian. Ryzen 8 gigs of RAM with a 64 gig SSD. Okay. So it's 115 Canadian, so like 90 bucks US, 80 bucks US. Okay. And this is going to be more powerful than any Raspberry Pi. It's going to be more powerful than any Raspberry Pi. It comes with a 64 gig SSD. It's probably eMMC, but it's still like Raspberry Pis just aren't worth it. Like, buy pi.ca. So like Raspberry Pi 4, Like, how much is a Pi 5? I've never used a Pi 5 in a printer. Yeah, so a Pi 5, because here's the thing, you only need a gig. For most printers, you only need a gig. But, you know, if you want to, you know, you're buying it now and you're probably going to be using this printer in 5 years. Who knows what, you know, extra things are going to be happening in 5 years with computing. You know, $90 for a Pi 5 2 gig. Plus shipping, plus taxes. But you want to drop, who's dropping $430 on a flippin' Raspberry Pi? Who needs 16 gigs of RAM on something so slow? Like, are you trying to run an LLM on a Raspberry Pi? Because I guarantee you can, for $400, you can buy hardware that can run. I don't know why you would need this. Unless you need something that's really low power, can only run some Linux distros, and like, has to have 16 gigs of RAM. Like, it's, and the, yeah, I guess like if you really needed the IO stuff with the pins, it would make sense. But still, how much is a Pi? How much is a Pi home? How much is a Pi 4? Raspberry Pi. How much is a Pi 4? There's a Pi 5. Pi 4B, because I don't think you can buy 5s anymore, or 3s. Where is Pi 3? Raspberry Pi. Pi 5, Pi 4. Yeah, where's Pi 4? So a Pi 4, 8 gig, or 3 gig? They make a 3 gig Pi 4? Okay. Raspberry Pi boards. Do they even have Pi 4s in stock? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so a Pi 4 2 gig is $76. And a Pi 5 1 gig is $62. Pi 5 2 gig is $90. So you pay an extra 15 bucks to go from a Pi 5 to a Pi 4. Here's the thing. Because they got them cheap. I guess it makes sense. Like if they were defective RAM and only 3 of the 4 gigs on the module was good, you might as well. I mean, that's how they got the whatchamacallit, the Neos, the MacBook Neos. The MacBook Neos are made using chips that were meant for iPhones that were defective. They're missing a GPU. Because it's like 8 normal CPU and then like 6 GPU cores, and like one of the GPU cores was defective on a huge batch of them. So they were just sitting in a warehouse, and they're like, let's just use these A18 processors and put them in a laptop. So they're missing a GPU core. So it's actually less powerful than the phone, and it's running full Mac OS. So that tells us there's nothing stopping Apple from putting full Mac OS on iPads. They just refuse to. $103 with taxes and shipping to Quebec. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, so that's done. Let's do main sale. There we go. RAM is not broken. It's just an unusual size and ends up being cheaper because less demand for the 1.5. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Just a lot of the time, it's like when it's lower priced or weird budget, it's because they just turn off defective sections of chips. You might as well use them, right? Better investment than Bitcoin. I don't think you're going to get that much of a return on investment versus Bitcoin. I mean, Pi 2s are cheap. Or these are Picos, that's why. Pi Pico 02 is $25. Jeez. Oh, that's with the header. Still. Just can't believe how expensive everything got. Wonder how Klipper works. Well, guess what? Operturn. I've got a video in the pipeline doing that where we put Klipper on it's a Zima board 2. I just have to finish recording some stuff for it because I keep changing the video because more stuff keeps coming out about Pis. Because apparently now there's people cloning pies and selling like knockoff pies that have issues, but they're very hard to detect apparently. So that's a thing. Okay, so we got mainsail. So now we got to put, let's do crow's nest first, and then we'll do Helix Screen. So let's do crow's nest because we need that for the camera. This one's going to take a bit, probably. Install a Moonraker? No, Moonraker's done. Mainsail's installed. Now we're doing crow's nest for the camera. That might take a bit though. So, and then we'll do Helix Screen. Did a video ages ago about installing Klipper on a netbook. It ran just fine. Yeah, the advantage you would have, I think installing Klipper on a computer makes more sense the moment you start doing print farm shit. Because think about it. Instead of having, say you had 4 printers, right? Say you had 4 custom Vorons, and you wanted to do a print farm, right? You had a store, you make keyboards. I like using keyboards because keyboards are an odd shape that it would kind of make sense if you were mass producing custom keyboards to have a custom printer. Right? You would build a V2 that is 400 by okay. So, there we go. Okay. So, I like using keyboards for the custom printer use case, just because keyboards are an odd size, and if you were to start up a print farm because you were selling boutique custom keyboards, it would make sense to have printers of a custom size for that. Okay, because keyboards are long, they're not that tall, and they're not that deep. So say you built a print farm, a bunch of Voron V2s specially set up for printing keyboards. Cool. You need to run these printers. So you have 4 printers. You could have every printer have a Raspberry Pi or equivalent in it. Every printer have a screen in it. Every printer, have like the buck converter and all that stuff. Or you have all 4 printers, they each have their controller board in it, their Bigtree Tech whatever, and you got a toolhead board. But then in the middle, you just have a basic computer with a USB expansion port on it. So you have like 8 USB ports on it, and you have a screen on it. So all 4 printers hook up to that one computer that is running, it's Intel or AMD or whatever, so it has a little bit more oomph to it. So you don't have the same issues a Pi has for power. Yes, it's going to draw more power, but now you only need that one computer. Everything's plugged into that one computer. You have a screen on that computer too. You have a screen and a keyboard and a mouse that just has mainsail open with a tab for each printer, and they're all nice and together in a pod on a shelf. So now that whole row of printers is controlled by one computer. So you can just walk up to that one screen, use your mouse and keyboard with mainsail, and you can do whatever. You don't need a screen on every computer. You don't need a Raspberry Pi on every computer. That computer can have a slicer on it, a full featured slicer, so you can slice at the printers themselves with an internet connection. So in the long run, if you were setting up a use case like that, it would make sense to go that direction because you're saving. Now, there are downsides to that though. Single point of failure. You only have the one you only have the one computer. So just say your printers are printingly, and you decide to slice some big chungus file with 10 million triangles on it, and the computer crashes, well, your printers crash. So there are pros to it. There are also cons. You gotta weigh you gotta weigh things. I got a Pi 3. I've got a Pi 3 right here. I got a Pi 3 here. I've got a Prusa Buddy expansion board that I've never done anything with. Got a Revo nozzle, 0.25 Revo nozzle. Crow's nest. What about the Bigtree Tech Pi? I have one. I've got 2. One is in, I don't know which printer. I have 2 printers with Bigtree Tech Pi 2s in them. One, I don't know which printer it is. I don't know. I literally can't remember. The other one's the Venture XL. It works fine. The only problem I've noticed with it is the Wi-Fi likes to get slow after a while. So what I do is if I know I'm not going to use the printer for a while after a print finishes, I just turn it off and then I just turn it back on. So plus, considering how big that printer is and the power draw of having all the lights and everything on, that printer I do keep off. I only turn it on when I'm using it. So it's not that big of an issue, but if I leave the printer on for like a week or so, I notice the Wi-Fi gets slow. I don't know. It's also on the other side of the shelves in the garage, so it doesn't have the greatest connection to the Wi-Fi, but it is what it is. But functionally, it works just fine. So, it's doing that stuff. Is it much cheaper than a similar Pi? It does have the advantage, though, where it has built-in eMMC memory. So oh, that's the other thing. If you have 4 computers, or 4 printers with Pis in them, you need 4 memory devices. You either need 4 SD cards or 4 thumb drives, or 4 hats with 4 NVMe drives. So you need 4 storage devices, you need 4 Pis, you need 4 screens, you need potentially 4 power supplies, and all the cables and other screws and other minutia associated with that. So yeah. I don't know why I cut to this cam, there's no point. Ugh. I'm in a very lethargic mood today. Just don't want to do anything. We will be continuing the Mass Effect 2 playthrough tomorrow, though. My Under 3 Pi has no storage in it. You kind of need that. Oh, it's network booted. Okay. Can you do that? I've never tried that. I've never tried network booting Pis with network storage. I mean, you could. I don't know. Talk about Boron Phoenix. I put a video out on that. I do need to throw together the video on Cascade. I think I have 2 videos left from Rocky Mountain that are coming out. Cascade and that. Any plans on getting a new puppy? Fuck no. After what we went through yesterday, we are not getting another dog anytime soon. We are not getting another dog anytime soon. No. 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 Plus, like, we're going away for 2 weeks this summer. We're doing a big family trip this summer. We want to be able to do Disney World in the future, bring the little guy at some point once everything kind of sorts itself out down in the States. It's like, we do want to go a couple years without an animal. The amount of times I was like, last year, I was going to take my wife away for the weekend for our anniversary, because, you know, I'm married and that's a good thing to do with your partner, taking places on anniversaries. And like, I called my mom was ready to watch the little guy. We were all ready, and then it's like, oh wait, shit, we can't leave for the weekend, we have the dog. So, yeah. Oh, okay, what do we got here? Do you want to add update manager entry to your Moonraker config? Yes. Reboot machine for this to take effect? Yes. Rebooting. He wants a cat. The next animal will probably be a cat in a couple years. Because with a cat, you can leave him alone for a couple days with like an auto feeder and waterer and poop scooper. And so cats are animals that you can kind of leave them for a little bit. You don't have to like, when you're out for like, hey, let's go out to the county for the day. And it's like, shit, we have to go home because we can't leave the dog for more than 8 hours. It used to be 12 hours, and then it got down to 6 hours as he got older. Otherwise, you come home and there's poop in the house. Or pee, which isn't fun. Plus, I want to do more camping. I really want to get into camping. I've been wanting to get into camping for a while. And the thing is, where I live at, there's like F-all for campsites around me, so we'd have to travel for camping. So that it's easier without a pet. Get a snake. I used to have a tarantula. I had a rose-haired Chilean tarantula. Its name was Ziggy. We didn't know it was a male or female at first, and the person I bought it from was like, yeah, like 90% of the ones we sell are males, so we called it Ziggy. Turns out it was female. Turns out rose-haired Chilean tarantulas live like 25 flipping years. I got it in 2010. It is currently 2026. It's still alive. It's just my brother has it. My wife wouldn't let me take it when I moved in. She's like, no, we're not having a tarantula in the house, so I gave it to my brother, and he has it. So, yeah. We might do fish. I don't know. But nothing for a bit. Dude, you want to know the weirdest thing? It's all the stupid little things. Like, where his food bowl was right by a hallway. So I've realized that now. I had the habit where every time I walk into the hallway, I do an eyes left to see if he needed food or water. So right now I'm doing that into an empty corner because we got rid of all the stuff. After we got home, I went through the house and I got rid of all like his stuff. So like now when I go down the hallway, I look and it's like, oh, empty corner. Last night I went to bed. I'm a night owl, so my wife was already asleep and everything. So I go into the room and I went to tiptoe around him because he normally sleeps at the foot of the bed. He's not there anymore. That's the stuff that's getting me. It's like, that's the stuff that's getting me. All the little mannerisms and habits you have because you have a pet and then they're not there anymore. That's what's getting to me. It's that stuff. So, okay. So that is all that. So we have Klipper installed. Moonraker's installed. Mainsail is installed. Crow's Nest installed. Now we need to do Helix Screen. It's okay to cry. That was yesterday. I think I got it all out. I like it. Don't want this to sound horrible, but it was my wife's dog. So, oh, Pyle sent me a friend invite. You know what, Pyle? I will accept your friend invite. I have met you in person. You have sent me a friend invite. I'm okay with that. 1 second here. Okay. Sorry, just some Voron housekeeping stuff in the Discord I had to take a peek at. Okay, where is this Helix Screen? Okay, so what is Helix Screen? Let's pull this up. Okay, so quit. But yeah, Coda was my wife's dog. She got the dog before I was even in the picture. Like, she already had the dog for a year when we started dating. So it wasn't the dog passing away. It was my wife that got to me. So that's where it got me emotional. It wasn't the dog. Like, yes, I was I liked the guy, but like, I also understood he was 14 years old and he was completely falling apart. I had accepted the fate a while ago. But it was like when the little guy got emotional, when my wife, that's what got to me. That's what got to me. Okay. But let's try not to have a super depressing stream. Okay. Helix Screen. Okay. And then all you do is run this and it'll get installed. Should I run a random script from a person called Chevron and just kind of roll the dice and let it roll? Worst thing I've gone through. I've gone through, like, let's not. No. Thorian's like, no. I shouldn't trust the Thorian. The Thorian's a mind control creature from Pharos anyways. Why should I trust Thorian? Do it for the content. Okay, let's take a look at it. Let's see what we got here, what this curl script is. HTTP raw, get to the Preston Helix Screen main script install sh vertical line sh. That looks like proper code. I will do that. I know it's you, Chevron. I know it's you. We're saying, yeah, like I've dealt with family members. I have cracked ribs on several people in my life doing CPR that ended up just being a workout. I've been around that kind of thing several. I've dealt with that kind of stuff. Okay. No such file or directory. Do I need to copy this whole thing? Ooh. Password. It's funny how many times you manage to spell raspberry wrong. I think if I would love like game over screen when I die and they're like, okay, do you want to know your stats? I want to know which word I misspelt the most in my life. That is one of those dumb little things. I'm like, is it raspberry? Because I know I've screwed up spelling it at least every time I do a stream where I have to faff around with Klipper. I screw up spelling raspberry somehow. But what is the word I have spelt wrong the most in my life? Is it Wednesday? Might be Wednesday. What is the word you think you've spelt wrong the most in your life? Like, I'm not talking grammatical though. I'm not talking like, oh, I used the wrong there, and there. No, we're talking the word that you knew that you were using the right word, you just spelt it wrong. The. Look at it. It's. Oh, I love this loading bar. I love loading bars like this. Tuesday. Typo or honest misspell. Or typo. Like you spelt it wrong. Like you were going to type the right word. So it's not a there situation where you use the wrong there or were, right? Where you're supposed to be W-H-E-R-E and you put W-E-R-E. No, we're not talking that. We're talking you spelt the word wrong. Either you mistyped it or you wrote it down wrong, but you misspelt the word wrong, right? You put Wednesday, W-E-S-N-E-S day, not Wednesday, or I don't even know how to spell Wednesday. You know what I mean? Because there's probably some words that you spell wrong a lot, but they're not often used. Yeah, it's Wednesday. B-E-A-T-beautiful. And then, so after this is done, we have to go through the whole process setting up all the stuff. Does anyone have a link to a proper Stealth Changer software setup guide? So we'll have Klipper set up, Klipper's installed, we got Helix Screen installed. Now we need to set up the actual tool heads. I kind of don't want to do that today because I'm kind of not in the mood for that today. So today I was hoping we would just do like all the prep work, and then the next stream we would actually go through and set this all up properly. G-code Marco instead of macro, I could see that. Example file is pretty much done. Anti-establishmentarianism. George, what are you doing in your life where you use that word often? What are you doing with your life? Example file is pretty much done. I mean, if there's an example file where I just have to copy some G-code or just copy over the example file, the problem is I have to rebuild my original config with all the funky shit I got under the tool head here with Kraken. And then we got to have a separate thing for the tool heads. So we have to import all the stuff that used to be in here for the original setup for this printer with the original plugs with like everything for the OG setup of movement. And then we have to redo it for this. So I have to import my old config for my Z-Motion and the printer itself, remove all the tool head stuff, and then put new tool head stuff in for this stuff. Stealth changer set up in Discord. Awesome. So we might do that. What I would like to do is at least get all the rough work done today. Get the rough work done, get it all roughed in. Oh, still doing stuff. Get it all roughed in, and then Friday, when I'm hopefully in a much better mood, we'll hammer it out and we'll just sit here and get it working. Because like I still gotta find nozzles. I don't have nozzles in any of these tool heads. I have a bag of V6 nozzles. I gotta find where I put it. Somebody gave me a baggie of V6 nozzles at like Smurf. They're like, oh, here, you need these for Stealth Changer. And I can't remember who, so thank you if you're here. But I gotta find where I put that bag. I'm like, they're around somewhere. That was you, Stuart? Okay, awesome. Okay, Helix Screen is installed. Oh! Let's take a look at this. I've never used Helix Screen. I've seen it on actually, I think it was the Emu printer. I think it was the Emu printer that had it. Okay, hopefully. I mean, it's gonna look kind of crappy, but... Bienvenue! Oh, il y a en français? Oh, bienvenue. Oh, sukabliet. English. Next. Scanning networks. Well, you should be on the net. Oop, actually, let's not dox all my shit. Yeah, okay, you're connected. Next. MAC address, sure. Test connection. Enter an IP address. Printer setup connect. If Moonraker is local or your screen is attached to the printer, will connect automatically. It should be local. It's connected. So why I can't hit next? Test connection. Moonraker is local or your screen. Okay, 1 second. I go back. Yeah, no, Wi-Fi is set up. Yeah, you're connected to that. Network that. Connection must be tested successfully to continue. Please enter an IP address or host name. Would the host name just be Pi? Connected. Oh, yeah, the host name's just Pi. So you have to put in an IP address. So I guess you can use this if this wasn't connected to the printer itself and you were connected via... So you could use this with like a standalone Pi with a touchscreen and connect over the IP address. So you could have a wireless screen if you wanted to. But since we're local, it's Pi. You just put in your host name, Pi. Okay. The printer is a V2.4. Oh, look at all these printers. That's cool. So we got a 2.4. Tall boy. So I need a new name for it because it's Tall Boy, but it's Tall Boy SB, Tall Boy SB, or SC. Stealth Changer. SC, Tall Boy SC. There we go. Enter. Tall Boy SC. There we go. Printer setup heaters, hot end heater. Yeah. Part cooling fans, yeah, sure. Part cooling, hot end fan, part cooling fan. I don't have chamber fans and I don't have exhaust fans. I don't have LEDs in here. None. Actually, I will tell it I have case light LEDs and I'll set up some LEDs later. Input shaping. Okay, we're gonna skip input shaping and finish. 3 new hardware available. View. Heater, fan, vivid, dryer, fan. Heater, fan, controller, fan. Ignore, ignore, ignore. Welcome to Helix Screen. Next. Your printer at a glance. Tap any file. Okay. Customize your view. Next. Print status. Next. Controls. Next. Filament. Next. Advanced. Next. Settings. Done. Tip. Diagnose layer shifts. Oh. Print library. So these are a bunch of... Oh, look at that! Why does it have... Why is it showing stuff on the VVD? Why is it showing stuff from that printer over there? I think it's talking to the wrong printer because it has a tool head temperature. Host name was wrong. I could see that. How do I fix that? System. Host. Oh, it's. Yeah, the other one's pi, but they're both pi, and it's local. How is it? Factory reset. You want localhost? Oh, I should have used localhost. Okay, 1 second here. Host. Local host. Localhost. Test connection. Connection and printer lost. Attempting to reconnect. Save. Connection restored. You know what? Let me do the factory reset. Factory reset. System. Factory reset. Reset. Let's reset this and we'll set it up. Ooh, look at that fancy login screen. Helix screen. Okay. English. Okay, let's not dox myself. Okay. So local host. That's what I want, right? You want local host. Just type in the IP of this printer. I mean, it's plugged right into it though. Why would it need the IP address of the printer? Because I don't know if this, because I don't want to have to like, if the, it would be really annoying that if this printer connects to a different Wi-Fi, the screen doesn't work. It's plugged into the printer. It shouldn't need Wi-Fi. Localhost. Moocraker is connected, but Klipper is not running. Start Klipper and retry. Oh, 1 second here. I mean, it's... Printer is up. But Klipper ain't running because Klipper ain't happy because... Okay, so I guess we have to go through the whole setup now for this. Through the network stack, okay. So localhost seems to be okay, but the problem is Klipper's not booting up because Klipper's errored out. So we will, I guess that's as far as we can go with that. But it was pretty cool. We saw, you know, it connected to this printer somehow. It seems to work pretty cool. Like Helix Screen seems pretty nice to be used over a network as a central manager. Oh! So is localhost okay? Localhost should be fine. I just don't... No, because if I use localhost, it'll... I mean, it's got to be working, because it's not working, because Klipper hasn't started, because Klipper errored out. So it's got to be working with localhost. I just don't want to have to remember, because if I start putting this on multiple printers, I don't want to have to be like, if I change Wi-Fi, like if I bring a printer downstairs and now it's connected to my home network inside the house, I don't want to have to reset my screens up. Or if I take the printer somewhere, like the Micron over there, that I might put this on now, because it seems like a pretty nice interface. So if I put it on that Micron and then I bring the Micron to a show, I don't want to have to be playing around with IP addresses. So. It's pretty limited, no chamber heating control. I mean, I don't have chamber heaters, so. As long as it's physically plugged into the pipe. I mean, which it is. But I mean, like, I have a Bigtree Tech Pad 5, which is just a 5-inch touchscreen that you put a CM4 or CM5 in the back of. I have one of those, so I could hook that up to a battery, run this, and use it as a wireless screen for printers. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and rebuild our network stack. So, downloads, where is this? Config, I think this is it. Config, figure out CFG, let me just double check. No, that's Micron, so that's the Micron backup. This ain't it. Yeah, this ain't it. I backed it up. Where did I back it up? Uh-oh. 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 Did I do it on this computer? Oh, I backed it up on the other computer. I backed it up on the computer downstairs, I think. I backed it up on the computer downstairs, I think. Because did we take this apart downstairs? Or did we take this apart upstairs? No, that was the other printer. Okay, shit. I did download it. I did download it. I do remember downloading it. Where did I put it? Config. Okay, let's... Config. From a long time ago. Is this it? That's not it. No, that's not it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. When did I start this build? When did I start this build? April 14th? We've been working on this thing for a flippin' year. Has the Stealth Changer been a freaking year-long build? View full playlists. Part 1. No, 4 months. Okay, no. I know it's been a while, but it hasn't been that long. Okay, so we printed all that. Because it was like... Okay, so that we just built tool heads. I'm looking for the printer when I started ripping the printer apart. Nope. That's more tool head building. Yeah, it was in December because I had the hat on. Okay, that's more tool head. Okay. Building all the docks and everything. Oh, there's the printer. So at one point, did I back everything up? Did I not? I could have sworn I backed everything up. I could have sworn I backed everything up. Did I forget to back it up? I ripped it apart before. Oh, did I do like a pre-build stream? Oh, okay. I ripped it apart before. You're right. You're right. So it was back in December. So there's part one, prep, debuild, and chill stealth changer. Did I just not talk about it? I could have sworn I backed it up. I could have sworn I backed it up. Because I remember I took the tool head off and then I went, oh shit guys, I forgot to back it up. And then I backed it up. But it was in December, so maybe I put in documents. No. Downloads. Oh, it's got to be in December. It's got to be in December. A long time ago. Delta Flyer. Did I not back it up? Was I dumb and just did not back it up? Input shaper, base. Filter by extension .txt. So we got a config, but this is from April. Readmes, long time ago. Logs. These are all readmes. Notice readme. Maybe it's on the. I doubt it'd be on the computer downstairs because the printer lived out in the garage. Shit. Okay, I think I screwed up and we're gonna have to rebuild it from scratch. I could have sworn I backed it up. Do I have the SD card in here? No, I pulled the SD card out and I reflashed it, so... Shoot! Shoot! I could have sworn I backed it up. I could have sworn I backed it up. I could have sworn I backed it up. Man. Which one's this? Left. Oh, wait, this might be... Ooh. This might be it. Wait. Which one's this? Oh, this might be for the MMS. Clicky probes. Did this have a clicky in it? No, this did not have a clicky in it. Oh wait, it did have a clicky in it. Does this have clicky in it? Oh, MMS. No, this is from the old V2. Yeah, this is. Yeah, this isn't it. Yeah, this isn't it. This isn't it. This is yeah, this isn't it. Shit. They didn't have a Nighthawk in it. Actually, shit, is this it? CFG. Okay, B stepper X. So it should be like 330. Should be like a weird oddball size. Nothing's on. Oh, position 300. No, this ain't it. Shit. This ain't it. 300. Where's Zed? Well, Zed would tell me. Zed would tell me. Zed front left, uncommon 280. Yeah, this is the LDO. That's the LDO one behind me. That's the LDO V2. Shit, macros, printer.cfg. Is this it? Position max 305. No. Would be a zip. Well, I know, I'm looking for a config, I know. But I don't know if I saved the whole thing or if I just saved the printer.cfg. Like, CFG. I might have just saved the CFG file. Because that's all I needed. So 2026. No. Because there's a big gap there. Nope. Config.cfg. That ain't it. Printer.cfg. I don't think I went that far back. No. Printer, kinematics, motor 1, motor 2. I don't even know what this is. Homing position, homing max, motor 3. I mean, this is 300 millimeters. No, this ain't it. This is tube. Shoot! Dang it! Dang it, Bobby! .zip. Earlier this year, a long time ago. Yeah, nope, nothing from December. Okay, looks like I was big dumb and I didn't back it up. I could have sworn I backed it up. I will check my computer downstairs to see if I backed it up down there, but I don't think I did. Maybe, shit, I could have sworn I backed it up. I could have sworn I backed it up. All-wheel, no, this isn't all-wheel drive. Okay, so I guess Friday, we are building a config from scratch. So what do we got to figure out? I mean, it's not too hard. What do we have in here? A Kraken? I got to unleash the Kraken. So what do we got? What do we got? We have a Kraken. I have fans, and I got motors. And the motors are labeled. Thank F. The motors are labeled. So it won't be that bad to remake the printer.cfg for the motors and the bed and everything. That shouldn't be too hard. That shouldn't be too hard. What I actually should do, what is the command to see all my USB devices? What is the command, Klipper setup? What is the command to see all my Klipper devices? ls serial by ID. Because what I want to see okay, so that's a bad USB cable because we have 4 tool head boards all showing up, all with Klipper on it already, but I don't have my Kraken. I cannot unleash the Kraken without a USB, so I need to get another USB cable. Because I think this USB cable that I got in here is power only. So I gotta replace that USB cable. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie smalls. What is this guy? Oh, this is a CM4 3.5 inch. I don't think I can use this with just... No, that would be annoying. Yeah. Okay. Is the Kraken in CAN mode? No, it's USB. It was always plugged in with USB, I believe. It's all USB. I just need to get a different USB cable. It's that USB cable. So, I mean, at least we're in a decent position. All we have to do is get a different USB cable. I'll just grab one from downstairs from one of the Octopus boxes. Go through and set everything up. And we should be good. So that's what we're going to do Friday, because it's 4 o'clock, and I think I am not in the mood to kind of start hacking that shit right now, to be honest. No offense. But yeah, no, the Kraken was always USB. It's just I got a bad USB. Do I have an extra USB cable in here? No, that's... Yeah, I'm going to have to... Jabberwocky kit? Maybe you have a USB cable? You do have a USB cable. Okay. Let's... power that off. You're not supposed to shut it off that way. I mean, it's USB, so I shouldn't have any problem to hot swap USB, but I just don't like... Does it matter if I plug it into the USB 3 or the USB 4 port? I don't think it really matters. There we go. Turn that back on. Okay, let's see if they all show up this time. Kraken serial in the document contents, yeah. Yeah, the boards are all USB 2. Yeah, you're right. So it doesn't matter. Probably going to have to reflash that Kraken, though, because it's probably running like a 3-year-old install of Klipper. So we're probably going to have to update the Kraken. And I don't know if it has Catapult on it. We'll find out. Okay, we're only seeing the 4 toolhead boards. We are not seeing this guy. Why are we not seeing the Kraken? LS USB? Yeah, I go through the esoterical guide. Yeah. Is there supposed to be a jumper I got to put on here? VUSB? No, I don't need to put that in. Yeah, it should just be USB, right? USB, USB. There's a jumper next here called VUSB. I don't think I need to put that in. That's for powering the board off that, which I shouldn't have to. It's in CAN mode. How do I... Why would it be in CAN mode? It's in DFU mode. How can you tell? Oh, the Gishuishi... This CAN adapter. Oh. Did I have it in CAN before? Oh, you know what? The board I had, it might have been in CAN mode. Maybe it was in CAN mode. I can't remember how I had this wired up. I can't remember if I had, no, it would have been I2C. It would not have been CAN. Because there's CAN, this does have a CAN port on it if you want to connect a CAN tool head, but I'm pretty sure I had it all USB. Cambridge. You know what, we'll do it all next week, or on Friday. We'll go through the esoterical guide. We will put the Kraken, we'll install a Kraken properly. The Kraken's outdated anyway, so the Kraken's gonna need to be, updated anyways. So we gotta go, might as well go esoterical guide, put it in proper USB, get it all set up and all that. I2C for Eddie OG. No, but I mean, like, right now I just have the Raspberry Pi connected to the Kraken via USB. It should, if it has Klipper on it, it should show up here. Instead, I'm only seeing my 4 toolhead boards. Right? Esoterical guide is the guide you want. Just follow that, copy and paste your way to success. So that's what we'll do next week. That's what we'll do next week, or on Friday, because if I had Cambridge, but how would I connect the Raspberry Pi to the Kraken over Cambridge? Like, regardless if I had CAN for the tool head, this was connected to the Pi before with just USB. It was just plugged in to the old Pi via USB. So it should still show up via USB. It's plugged in via USB. Or UART. It could have been UART too. But UART would have been on the Raspberry Pi side, which is all new. Because I don't think there's a jumper or anything you got to put on here to put it in I2C mode. So, yeah, I don't think there's like a jumper or anything you got to push. SDs. Still muted. Oh, I can't remember. Maybe I did have it over I2C. Maybe I did have it over I2C. Pi from the Kraken. Yeah, maybe it was I2C. I can't remember. You know what? Screw it. We will, Friday, we'll just go from scratch. We'll flash. It would have been old Klipper anyways. We put the Kraken on here when the Kraken first came out. So it's at least 2 or 3 year old Klipper install on the Kraken. So that's going to be out of date no matter what. So Friday we'll go through the esoterical guide. We'll flash that on Kraken. We'll go through the pinout. We'll get our X, Y, or Z all set up. Because we only got to set up the motors. We got to set up the X, Y, Z motors, which is easy. The one fan under here and the bed, which is bed. So it won't be too hard to set this up. No sound. What do you mean no sound? We got sound. Got sound, hopefully. It says I got sound. So, okay, so we'll do that Friday. What time is it right now? 4:06. Okay, we will do the giveaway in 4 minutes. We will do the giveaway in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Cinco minuto. Today is Cinco de Mayo. I need to go eat tacos. And the little guy has scouts, so I gotta go. We will get this moving at some point. At some point, this printer will move under its own power. At some point, this printer will move under its own power. So if you haven't entered yet for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description. Enter for your chance. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Best way to support the channel. And then for those that are interested in it, tomorrow in the morning, we will be continuing with our Mass Effect playthrough. So we will be continuing with our Mass Effect 2 playthrough. We're doing the whole Legendary Edition. We're about halfway through Mass Effect 2. I think we got to recruit one more person and then do all loyalty missions and DLC and then do that. And it is modded, so we got all kinds of fun adventures happening. So if you are into game streams or just want to hang out and chill and turn your brain off, that will be on Twitch tomorrow, probably 10 or 11 a.m. I'll start stream for a couple hours. Little guys at school. Delay on the founders. I know, Down Undermaker. I know. But would you rather them fix the problem before they ship it to you, or ship it to you and have you fix it yourself? It makes sense. I don't know what the issue is. Like, I legit don't know what it is. I will say every kit I seen running at the show a couple weekends ago was running great. So I'm assuming it's just like a, I don't know if it's a QOL or a reliability thing, but yeah. The internal head mechanism, okay. What do you mean poor communication? They're announcing it. That's communication. Like, here's the thing. Do you announce something right away and then potentially have to retract it if you don't realize it? Or do you wait until you've confirmed there's a problem, confirmed it can be fixed, and then announce it? Where can you buy a Helix screen at? You don't buy a Helix screen. It's just any touchscreen that's Klipper compatible, and you install Helix screen on it. There's a link in my Discord in the live stream channel. Somebody shared it. It's like, if you want to play around with Helix screen, here's the I'm not gonna put the curl script, but if you want to play around with Helix screen, you just install that. Working, shipping, working. iNet7 Ruins. Welcome to the modern world where everything is fucked with supply chains. Everything's effed. Just everything's effed right now. Just go with the flow, man. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. It sucks. I want to be playing with one too. Believe me. Believe me. I want to be playing with one too. But just know right now everything's effed. Supply chains, distribution, everything's effed. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Like, do you want them to be like Creality and just release it and then it be broken and then release a revision to the revision to the revision and then that be broken? It's like, it sucks. They did make it known. They announced today that they've made it known. Like, that's what they did today. They put out an announcement today. I'm assuming if you have if you got an email, they emailed it. It was in the Discord. That is. Did you want it yesterday? Like, yeah, Helix Screen. I don't have it on right now, but apparently Helix Screen can do screensavers. So you can do like the old pipes and all that, which that'll be fun. So I might be moving a couple of my printers over to Helix Screen, just for that reason, just for set dressing. 227 today, nice. Bots 227, random. Let's go with that one. 2-hour streams are the new norm. No, we put my dog down yesterday, and I'm kind of just not feeling it today. Plus, the little guy has scouts, so I gotta go do family stuff. Plus, I don't like ending stream midway through doing something, and we have to go and rebuild an entire config for this printer and set that all up. So I'd rather not get halfway through doing a config today and then just crash cut and then continue on the next stream. I'd rather end it, hey, okay, Klipper's installed, all our dependencies are installed, all the software we need is installed. Next stream, we'll set up the printer.cfg and all the configs, and we'll set up the stealth changer stuff. So I don't like breaking a stream up midway through with something that because I can't run long today. So I'd rather end it early so that when we start the next one, it flows better, if that makes sense. So, and I do appreciate all the kind messages in chat I've been getting all stream about that. So, yeah, I was honestly this close to canceling the stream today. The little guy took the day off school. He was not feeling good. He was feeling fine, but understandably he didn't want to go to school today. So, yeah. On screensavers, my BTT HDMI 7 would not wake respond to touch after the screensaver popped up. Had to reboot. Okay, it might just be the USB thing. I mean, if it works, it works, and if not, I just disable it. Okay, speaking of work, if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker, but if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you get a free hat. So this one right here. Binny 3D. Binny. That's a funny name. Binny. That's a fun name to say. Binny 3D. If you win, you get a free hat along with your spool of filament from Polymaker. Good luck. You sound like something. Oh yeah, we the past week we made the decision about a week ago that we were going to do it yesterday. So. Why does Binny sound familiar? It sounds Binny. You better be British, Binny. Binny is a very British name. I don't know why. It sounds British. Binny. That's fixed now. Run the Helix updater. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I know there was a couple printers at Rocky Mountain that had the that had screensavers. I'm covering the leaderboard. Oh no. I mean, the leaderboard up to a certain point doesn't matter. I think it matters now. But yeah, a bunch of people were asking, and there was a couple videos where people asking how did you get how are the printers having screensavers? And I'm like, I think Helix Screen. Oh, how do I do that? I'm like, I haven't figured that out myself yet. Oh, shoot, we might have... Oh, we got somebody sneaking. Oh, wait, I don't know which side's faster. What side's faster? Some people are getting abducted by aliens. Yeah, because if I hit one, it brings me there. Oh, it's going to be one of those evil ones, too. Who do we have? Mr. Grinch. Mr. Grinch, you're in the lead. It's up to you now. It's up to you, Mr. Grinch. Mr. Grinch biffed it. To Dirk is the winner. To Dirk. D2 Dirk. Dirk. Is it D squared? Is it Dirk? Or Dirk? Or D2 Dirk? How are you supposed to pronounce that? How are you supposed to pronounce that? Also, the finish is in Star Wars font. That's Finnish in Star Wars font, I think. How are you supposed to pronounce that? D2 Dirk. D2 Dirk. There we go. Okay, Dirk, you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Made it top 10. One day somebody will win the free hat. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day somebody will win the free hat. I love these frickin' emails. Hey, I can make a 10 times better thumbnail for you. Discuss it further. Send yes if you want me to reply. Thanks, good old thumbnail guy. ban. Block. No, I do not know how those work. I love how many times you get an email that is like, it's usually like, they read as if, like, I don't even know if they're like spam. Like, a lot of it, it's a foreign name usually attached to it. They all tend to come from one area, but they're like, your video editing sucks. I can make better video edits. You should hire me to edit your videos. And it's like, why would I, you just said my videos suck. Why would I hire you? Or your thumbnails suck. I'm a better thumbnail. Like, it is hilarious. I get like a couple of those a week. Okay, Dirk, email on the way. So, congratulations on winning. There we go. Slop nails. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of, I'm not going to say it's sad. There's a couple people in our little niche of content creators in our little bubble here that have been using like thumbnails, like AI thumbnails or AI. Like, the problem is, the moment you start using AI generate, like especially generative AI for your like thumbnails and your content and whatnot, you stop being unique. Your thumbnails now look like everyone else who uses AI thumbnails. And if you're like me and you're turned off from generative AI content, you ignore that shit. You just filter it out subconsciously. So it's like, why would I want my thumbnails, you know, as shitty as my thumbnails are, they're my thumbnails. Why would I want my thumbnails to look like everyone else's thumbnails? How am I supposed to stand out if everything I do is just generative AI and it's just the same as everyone else who uses generative AI? Where are the peaks and valleys? Where's the highs and the lows? It's all gone. I hate it. Okay. So many people, dude, piled. Meshy AI, Topo AI, there's a whole bunch of them. Daily emails. Oh, we'll pay you money to promote our services. Straight up, we'll just cut you a check to promote our services. I'm like, I will never do that shit. They go straight to inbox, or straight to block and spam. So many, I know too many people that do modeling for a living, that do CAD work for a living, to fuck them over and promote generative AI content. I just will not. I know too many people in this community, directly or indirectly, that make a living off of creating models and whatnot by hand, sculpting by hand and whatnot, to basically fuck them over for a quick buck and promote generative AI. That was probably trained on their stolen models anyways. So yeah, I will not do that. We've played around with AI on this channel. Local AI, local LLMs, just kind of faffing about. I got no qualms against doing that, especially locally. I got no qualms about people using it as a tool for, like, you know, I use AI rotoscoping in DaVinci Resolve and AI, but that's more just machine learning. I hate how we've kind of put AI as the flag for everything when it's more like machine learning tools, not really AI. But generative AI for images, for video, for voice, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. It's unoriginal. It's scuffed. It's slop. Anyways, we're gonna call it there. That's enough streaming for me today. I'm gonna go back to moping and make some dinner. Want to give a shout out to LDO Motors. LDO are the ones who provided the kit for the Stealth Changer build itself. So if you are interested in doing a Stealth Changer build for yourself, check out LDO Motors. I do have a link below to all their resellers. Also, a huge shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description below. Some of them, like the Gamer Subs link, use code Canuck, save some extra money, or get free shipping depending on what's going on there. And then for those that donate to the channel, gift the memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. If you are a channel supporter, on Thursday, there should be a new video on the channel. So you'll get that a little bit early tomorrow, if you are a channel supporter, or if you're lucky and somebody gifted you one today. Otherwise, it'll be public on Thursday. And again, I do want to thank you for all the kind wishes and comments and whatnot during the stream about Coda. He went peacefully. He did go peacefully. So anyways, calling it there. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. And I will see you in the future. Good night.